All right, welcome to this explainer. I'm officially putting on my whistle and my financial coach hat today, and we are getting fired up for a one-on-one session on conquering your very first credit card. If you're starting from scratch, the world of credit can look like a totally overwhelming high-stakes sport. But don't worry, because today we're giving you the ultimate playbook. We're going to filter out the noise, find the right equipment, and run the exact plays you need to win.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's the playbook we're going to use to take you from zero credit to a master of the game. We'll cover Welcome to Credit Coaching, Rules of the Game, starting out with secured cards, simple zero-fee reward cards, and finally, your 12-month game plan.
Section 1, Welcome to Credit Coaching, where we are beating the catch-22. Now, I know exactly how frustrating it is to be stuck on the sidelines right now. You're ready to start building a financial future, but you're looking at a completely blank slate. It's the classic beginner's dilemma, right? How do you get credit if absolutely no one will give you credit? It feels completely backward. You need a track record to get the card, but you gotta have the card to build the track record. It sounds like a trap, and honestly, it kind of feels that way. But I promise you, there is a very clear way out of this loop.
So, the first thing you really need to understand is the difference between having no credit, what the industry calls a thin file, and having bad credit. They are absolutely not the same thing. Having bad credit means you've had loans before and, well, missed payments. Having no credit just means you're starting fresh. The banks don't hate you, they just have zero data on you. They simply need proof that they can trust you, and we're going to give them exactly that.
Moving to Section 2, Rules of the Game. Protect your finances.
Listen, before I hand over the equipment, you need to know how to avoid getting hurt out on the field. Credit cards are powerful tools, but if you don't play defense, they'll crush you. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that payment history makes up 35% of your total credit score. Never, ever missing a payment is the single most powerful defensive play you can make. It's literally the absolute core of your financial reputation. So here are your golden rules. First, always pay your statement balance in full every single month. No exceptions. Second, keep your credit utilization under 30%, and honestly, ideally under 10%. Like, if your limit is $200, don't carry more than $20 to $60 on it. Third, never miss a payment. Do yourself a massive favor and set up autopay right now for at least the minimum due. And finally, don't apply for multiple cards at once. Every application is a hard pull on your credit, and doing that too much makes you look, well, a bit desperate to lenders.
Now, take a look at this massive number, $895. That's the annual fee for a premium travel card like the Amex Platinum. You see these flashy cards all over social media, right? But as a beginner, this is pure distraction. We are completely ignoring these luxury items for now.
And here is a much scarier number, 28.99%. That is the typical, crushing APR, or annual percentage rate, on starter credit cards. If you break our golden rules and decide to carry a balance from month to month instead of paying it off in full, this interest rate will eat you alive. The rewards you earn will never, ever outpace the interest you pay.
Which brings us to the most important number in this entire explainer, 0. This is the rule of 0. As a beginner playing by the playbook, $0 is exactly what you should be paying in annual fees, and $0 is exactly what you should be paying in interest. Keep it simple, clean, and completely manageable.
Section 3. Starting out with secured cards. This is your Tier 1 equipment. Okay, it's time to gear up. These are the ultimate training wheels for building credit from absolute zero. A secured credit card works exactly like a regular credit card, but it requires a refundable cash deposit up front, and that deposit usually becomes your credit limit. So you put down $200, you get a $200 limit. I really want to reassure you here, this is not a fee. This is not lost money. It's simply collateral that protects the bank in case things go sideways. Just training wheels.
Let's look at this scouting report for your best Tier 1 options. The Discover It Secured is a fantastic overall pick because it actually gives you 2% cashback rewards on gas and dining, which is super rare for a secured card. Now, if saving up a deposit is tough, the Capital One Platinum Secured has an incredibly low barrier to entry. You might qualify for a deposit as low as $49. And if you have a really complicated situation, say you're a recent immigrant without a traditional bank account, the Open Sky Secured requires no credit check at all, though it does have a small $35 annual fee.
So, the crucial point is this. You won't be stuck on these training wheels forever. Cards like Discover and Capital One have a built-in upgrade path. After about 6 months of playing by the rules and paying on time, they'll automatically review your account. Pass that review, and boom, They graduate you to a normal, unsecured card and hand your deposit right back to you.
Section 4. Simple zero-fee reward cards. Let's look at your Tier 2 equipment.
Once you graduate, or if you're a college student who can just skip the secured phase entirely, we move up to this Tier 2 equipment. I absolutely love this quote from our sources. Instead of weeding through rules for earning miles and points, sometimes you want rewards you can easily understand, dollars and cents. We're keeping our eye on the ball here, folks. Complicated travel points require mental gymnastics that we just don't need right now. We want cold, hard cash back.
And this brilliantly illustrates the choice you have for cashback: flat rate versus rotating categories. Rotating category cards give you up to 5% back on shifting categories, but, and here's the catch, they require you to manually activate them and constantly track where you're spending. As your coach, I'm strongly advising you to stick to the left side of this slide, flat rate cards. Earning 1.5% to 2% on absolutely everything gives you zero mental overhead, so you don't get distracted during the game.
Here are your top-tier flat-rate playmakers. The Citi Double Cash gives you an effective 2% back, 1% when you buy and another 1% when you pay it off. The Wells Fargo Active Cash is a straight 2% flat rate, and the Capital One Quicksilver is a super solid 1.5% with no foreign transaction fees. These are perfect zero-fee workhorses. They earn you simple, straightforward rewards without ever asking you to overthink.
Now, a quick shout out to any college students tuning in. Lenders want your business early, so they've created specific, unsecured starter products just for you, meaning you don't even need that cash deposit. The Discover It Student, Quicksilver Student, and Bank of America Customized Cash for Students are all phenomenal $0 annual fee options that let you start earning rewards from day one of your freshman year. All right, final section, Section 5, your 12-month game plan. This is your timeline to victory.
Let's move to and see how this all builds into your ultimate strategy. Here's the exact chronological roadmap you need to follow. In months 1 through 3, you get your first card, like a secured card. Make small, normal purchases and pay the statement in full every single month. By months 6 through 12, your score will start appearing and settling into that 620 to 660 range. Keep your utilization low, and this is where you trigger those automatic upgrades to get your deposit back. Finally, month 12 and beyond. Your discipline pays off, you cross that 670 to 720 plus threshold, and suddenly the doors blow wide open to the premium rewards, better interest rates, and higher limits that you've been working so hard toward.
But wait, here's a massive pro tip from the sidelines. When you graduate to those better cards, whatever you do, do not close your first card. Even if you literally never use it, keep it open and active. Maybe put one small recurring subscription on it. Your credit score loves a long history, and closing your oldest account is basically like deleting the first chapter of your success story.
All right, you've got the playbook. You know the golden rules to protect yourself from debt, and you know exactly which simple, fee-free equipment to start with. So the only question left for this explainer is, are you ready to make your first play? Start small, stay disciplined, and I guarantee you'll be a master of this game in no time. Go get 'em.